All right, here we go. Hi, greetings, dear Aries. This one is for you. This is Tarot Illumination, and it's your general report for what we call July 2018. We're going to get to the cards in a second, because first of all, we're going to have a little appetizer here with some Tarot Illumination Astro Doodles. Please mark your calendar, okay? These notes are going to extend beyond the July season because of the eclipses, and I feel obliged to do that just to help you guys, all right? So again, mark your calendar. Number one, June 27th. It's already happened, but this is the precursor for the first half of the month of July, because everything that culminated over here with the Cancer Capricorn energy in your 3rd and 10th houses is going to make a lot more sense when it comes down to here. The new moon eclipse, July the 12th, okay? Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, okay? Mark your calendar, July 12th, eclipse. Next, 2 weeks later, July 27th, the Leo Aquarius eclipse. Moon in Aquarius, Sun in Leo. Next, 2 weeks later, all the way into August now, August 11th, the Leo new moon eclipse, Sun and Moon in Leo. The last of the Aquarius Leo eclipse axes. Okay, that's it. And the very beginning of basically getting a glimpse of 2019. Okay, with the Cancer Capricorn eclipses coming. Might as well know now. Okay, because it's going to happen. So how does this look for you, Aries? Okay, mark your calendars. This is what it looks like on a Tarot Illumination Astro Doodle. The most advanced softwares on Earth, the most advanced, highly professional depictions of outer space obtainable on Earth today, courtesy of Tarot Illumination. This is just for you, Aries. My own personal notes I'm sharing with you, as you can see. It's epic stuff. Okay, let's start early on. Okay, over here, June 27th. Okay, the moon is up there in Capricorn in your 10th house. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. That was a full moon. What culminated in your life regarding home and career, your family, your foundations of your life, and your sense of destiny in the world? What happened to you at the very end of June? What did you feel, especially in the context of some kind of relationship dynamic? This is a polarity, 180 degrees opposition. So the energy of relationship is significant. 2 weeks later, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, July 12th, the Cancer new moon eclipse. So hold on tightly, dear Aries, because the foundations of your life are going to kind of get upended in some way, shape, or form. Home, family, dynamics in some way. An old way of being is going to be eclipsed out, and a new way of being is going to be eclipsed in going forward. 2 weeks later, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, another eclipse. This is the Leo Aquarius full moon eclipse, July 27th. Moon in Aquarius, Sun over here in Leo. Whoa, look at that. Wouldn't you know? This is not a love and relationship reading, but again, the concept, the theme of relationship is going to be apparent in some way or another, because we're talking about the 5th house here of true love. So once the Sun enters Leo, that part of your life is going to be triggered. Okay? So what's happening there in your love life and relationship dynamics relative to your community, your hopes and dreams and wishes for the world, your rewards for a life well lived so far, and the detriments of any poor decisions so far. What does this look like? What's happening in that part of your life? Okay? Then, tick tock, 2 weeks later, the Leo new moon eclipse, August 11th. Okay, we'll talk about that later. Basically, a whole new start, whole new life, whole beginning when it comes to love and relations. Love, true love, creative self-expression, romance, fun, excitement, being happy. So there you go. What else can we say? Let's leave that for now. This is not an astrology channel. Just doing that for fun. Cards were already well shuffled in advance. You know the routine. Watch your sun, moon, and rising. Squish it all together. Reinterpret. Okay? With this deck, it's very, very basic. Rider Waite, no jumpers, no flyers, no oracles, no reversals. There's not enough time, and I love the cards the way they're painted. And we're going to use the Tarot Illumination Journey of the Heart spread. Think of it as a beating heart spread with your heart at the very, very core. The idea of this is to have a broad spiritual perspective of your life right now and see how far or how close in alignment, how far away or how close in alignment you are, your egoic waking self, relative to your heart. Okay, the closer you are in alignment, the better your life will be. From the inside out, not from the outside in. The outside in part would come later. As within, so without. So give us a second here. The reason I say us is because this is a team effort. Please bring your team in too. Bring your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones from beyond who are there for you. Your invisible friends. Please bring them all in here. It makes it much more, let's say, complete as a reading. Okay, soak it all in like a sponge. Okay, here we go. All right, now we're going to cut it up. Bless these cards, bless this reading, bless this deck, bless you, Aries. Okay, here we go. Here we go. At the core is the heart. This is the heart of you. The heart needs what it needs. It wants what it wants. And it's up to you to provide that. It does 99% of what it does on autopilot. But if you are seriously out of whack with your heart, the heart really suffers. When you're in alignment with your heart, the heart flourishes. Okay? The heart provides you, pumps all the nutrients, removes all the wastes. Okay? Puts the wastes into the waste system. So, what are you bringing in with you, Aries? This is like legacy energy. Pretend you're coming into a meeting here. What's going on? Put it all on the table. Empty your pockets. What's in your resume? What's in your backpack? What is it? Let's have a look. Let's do a show and tell. And then you kind of go, oh, okay, all right. Well, this is how it is. This is how it's been. Okay, what about now, Aries? Well, what's going on right now? Now, okay? Not then, not the future. What about right now? Okay? It is in the now where you own your power. You might as well own it, otherwise you're giving it away. It's one or the other. So, the thing is, a lot of people don't like to be there because it means you actually have to be grounded, present, conscious, and here, as opposed to dwelling on the status quo, being consumed with activities, ambitions, commitments, stuff. And then that becomes the platform for your so-called projected future. But what about now, okay? It's in the now where you own your power. You execute your power through the healing power of your decisions, okay? The number one decision being love thyself. So what does this look like here? And once you understand that, okay. How do we get that to work so it's like a continuous thing? So it's like a formula, okay, to get you through the month, all right? Because in this way, you are co-creating your life. You're taking full advantage of all these energies out there and riding them like surfing, okay? Instead of being crushed by all this stuff, ride it. It's your choice. Question is, do you want to stay conscious or do you want to stay unconscious or do you want to become conscious, okay? Becoming conscious is how you get the best out of your life, okay? So in so doing, you create consequences. And if you're always abdicating yourself, giving away all your power, you are trained or raised to be that way, or you just automatically give it away because you don't understand you have the obligation, right, and duty to love thyself first, then this would feel like fate, and everything that happens like, oh, it happened around you and outside of you, and you didn't have any say in the matter. Okay, well, it's like it's not your life then. So what is it? Do you want to own your life? Over here, what if, Aries, what if you mess up on this and you decide, I don't know what to do. You decide not to decide. You just decide, I don't make decisions. Then what are you losing? On the other hand, when you are in the zone and you are in your power, you are present here and now, and you make the decision to love thyself, what does that look like? Over here, prospects, momentum, building into the next beat of the heart. Literally, think of that. doo-doo, doo-doo. Slow motion heartbeat. Doo-dum, 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 doo-dum. You've seen those on videos, I'm sure. So, because it's always in motion, okay? It's like a perpetual motion machine until the day you drop. So this is the very, very core. The idea is let's get aligned here. Then this creates like an auric field through your body, and this energy feeds on itself, which creates an aura around you, okay? People sense that. And it's constantly shifting. Auras can be extremely volatile and change up and down, left, right, however it happens, beat by beat. So it's so important to stay on top of this and own this energy. Stay very, very close, okay? Let's have a look. We're going to look at circumstantial energy, the weather, just a second. Make the best of it. So you had the Page of Pentacles. So to me, it looks like you're already doing the best you can. With the page here, it's like, to me, it's like pure innocence and the very best of intentions. It's like your goal is to make the best of this. You may not have all the understanding or the wisdom. You may not have all the resources, tools, or opportunities, but either way, you're going to make the best of it some way, somehow. That's what the weather's out there is telling you to do, and I feel that that's how you are already poised anyway. It's just like it's determined. It's already predetermined. You are going to make the best out of this. These Cancer Capricorn axes, you're getting a glimpse right now in July. It's really going to pile up in 2019. So it's good to get a glimpse now, because these could be potentially very challenging, or like evolutionary challenges, very exciting, a lot of upheaval and change. Just letting you know. Whereas the Leo Aquarius axes right now are very comfortable for you. So you might as well take full advantage of that. Even though they are eclipses, and things will be eclipsed out and things eclipsed in. Either way, you're going to make the best of it. What is your heart saying? Okay. Okay, well, right now it feels like in some ways you're strapped in. Okay, so that might be something to do with here. Okay, you might come to a really stark realization because of events in the first half of the month, that in some ways the heart is really, really deeply strapped in a way that's actually not very healthy for you. Okay, but sometimes we don't know that until we know it. So maybe, please, if there are stressful events happening here for the first few weeks of July, and it puts you in a position where your heart is saying, excuse me, dear owner of my heart, dear Aries, I want you to understand that I feel really kind of strapped in here, and we need to do something about this. Oh, okay. Well, let's figure this out. Good, thank you, because it's about time, because we can't continue like this, okay? That's what I was kind of saying earlier, very early on with doing the charts, where like when you're giving away all your power, then you become bondage. You are held in hostage to anyone and everything outside of you to whom you've given away your power. And you think that they are influencing you, but it's you who've given away your power. So it feels like hostage, feels like being in bondage. It feels like being crippled and tied and immovable. But these chains can be released, okay? We know that. There's a lot of sophisticated tarot people out there who will show you on a close-up that these chains are very loose, and they are chosen chains, okay? These are self-imposed chains of bondage. And all you have to do is kind of go, clink, 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 chink, and release thyself. Love thyself. Interesting new concept. Why didn't anybody tell me? Well, I already knew. I'm your heart, and I'm just waiting for you to make the decision to release me from all of this. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's have a look. What are you bringing in with you, Aries? Okay, again, more determination to make this happen. My feeling is that there's a large disparity between you, your waking, conscious, three-dimensional self, and your heart energy. And your heart energy is saying enough is enough is enough. Dear Aries, owner of me, dear Aries, owner of me. Hold on, excuse me. I got to check something with the software. Okay, we're good. All right. Dear Aries, owner of me, it's time to wake up. We need to face this now. I am still pumping. I'm still totally here for you, but this is extremely restrictive, and limiting as far as heart energy goes. Do you understand that? Oh, well, now that you're explaining to me, I guess I do, yes. Well, what are you going to do about it? Release you? Yeah. Release yourself. Okay, you have to do this. You have to release me. So I have to release you. You are me. Okay, release yourself. Oh, okay. All right. So it looks like in your own innocence, that's your goal, that's your intention anyway, even if you don't know the definition of what that means right now, or what the outcomes are going to be, or where this is going to take you in life going forward. But it looks like you're determined. Let's just say, in your naivety and innocence, you are determined anyway. Even the best of us, when we are living on the very edge of our own evolution, we have to admit there's an awful lot we don't know. And this is a ticking clock, and the clock is always ticking. So we are with all these eclipses, we're very, very, very far on the edge of our evolutionary steps here. And the eclipses are the energies that force us over the edge, because a lot of us would not deliberately or willingly step over the edges of these energies because it's too disruptive. But guess what happens? This happens anyway. So it's almost like you're poised, like, it's all right. It's almost like, hey, Terra Illumination, I know what you're talking about. I get it. I see what you're saying over here. And I know I'm going to do something about it. I have the best of intentions. I'm all fired up. I know this has to happen. I've got the courage. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. Okay? And Terra Illumination says, good, excellent, well done. Very brave. Now, what about the now? What about the now, Aries? Like, so how are things right now, Aries? What's in the now? I know you might be terrified of the future. You might be really like reluctant of all the things of the past that have led you up to this. So what about now? Because we are in deep transition here, deep ecliptic changes. Might as well accept it. And you kind of go, I was hoping you wouldn't ask that question, but now that you've asked it, let's just, I don't really know. So can you just show me, please? Oh, all right. Sure, I'll show you, dear Aries. Look, let's have a look. See? To me, this is very, very beautiful here. Having the High Priestess energy here, to me, it feels like it's a very strong message here in the now to completely and utterly surrender to the facts, the events, the experience itself, and use that as information, hard evidence upon which you can make your decisions. In other words, this is obsolete. The future and the unknown and the mystery is what is on your table right now, okay? And Aries says, oh, okay, well, this looks just as scary as this. Not really, Aries. This is very beautiful. This is almost like the energy of divine surrender to the great unknown, where you basically are here in the present now. You have the ability now, if you want to, because this is how it is, to live your own mystery, live out your adventure without knowing the outcomes, okay? It means huge risk. I mean, if you already knew the results, if you already knew, like, I do this, I do this, I do that, I get that. Okay, that's great in a very three-dimensional way, but when we're talking about spiritual evolution, vast chunks of it are unknown, untangible, until we've lived through them. So my feeling here with you, Aries, is that right now, it's a mystery. It is a mystery, and so be it. There's nothing good or bad about it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And in terms of spiritual evolution, you're not supposed to know what the outcomes of all this stuff is. Otherwise, you would have already been an ascended master of the highest order. You would be your own worldwide guru leader, the next Deepak, whoever it is. But no, you're on a journey, okay? to unleash yourself, unbind yourself, release yourself from imprisonment and bondage and all of that stuff. It's not unnecessary, but it does mean having to accept that the way forward is a mystery. Okay, this is where you're going to make, this is the position from where you're going to have to make your decisions. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you're telling me now. Yes. All right, so let's move on. The healing power of your decisions to love thyself. Okay. Okay, Tarot Illumination, tell me. Okay, here you go. Well, with the Wheel of Fortune here, I think this is an exact copy. It looks like the tarot designers were actually trying to copy Tarot Illumination, as you can see here. You can see here. This is the Wheel of Fortune. All right. So my feeling is that when you're making your decisions to love thyself effectively, one tiny little decision at a time, you're living through this eclipse season, understand that all of this is working for you. All of these events and circumstances and energy fields are always good. They only feel bad when you're out of alignment with yourself and you don't know how to ride the waves of polarity here and take advantage of this stuff, or here or here. So, and it's always an evolving journey. We're always heading into the unknown. We're always having to surrender to the mystery and then go from there. So when you're making your decisions, epic, life-changing decisions, perhaps, think of it like this: earth, air, fire, and water. All the elements are all working for you. All the planets are working for you. It's always spinning around in your favor. One minute it feels up, the next minute it feels down, but it's always working in your favor, so long as you understand that and make your decisions accordingly. Okay? So it might feel like fate, but it's actually perfect sacred geometry happening in a state of perpetual motion. So there you go. I'll show you that close up because it's absolutely gorgeous to see this. Okay? So in other words, when you're making the decision to love thyself, grab the moment, grab the opportunity, and see it as fated. It's your chance to grab fate by the horns and turn it around so that it works for you. So how do you do this effectively? We've got some huge cards here, okay, Aries, and we're coming in very sweet and innocent, okay? So you might feel as though even though you're in your greatest Aryan strength and Aries courage and ideal sense of self, you might actually feel a little bit intimidated. Let's just admit it. So how are we going to do this effectively when you're looking at fate straight in the face? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, Aries. This is, to me, a complete surrender to the unknown. It looks like with the Fool card here, how do we do this? It's almost like you switch off all your fear factors, okay? Every single, oh gosh, I'm going to have to use this apps analogy again. It's almost like a cell phone game or something like that, or some kind of weird video game where you're going to have to conduct yourself understanding that there are a lot of buttons and dials and things and like if this is the cockpit of your life, okay? Pretend the cockpit is where you have to make all these epic decisions and you're in this epic journey. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And you have to make a decision. Oh, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go up? Do I go down? Whatever it is. Every moment that you're making these decisions, you're always coming from a place of unknown, coming from a place of mystery because you don't really know a lot about this, and facing into the unknown. So how do you do it? It's basically like it's literally just go for it. It's just you just freaking go for it. Okay, so over here with the Fool card, how do you make these decisions effectively? It's just like looking at your buddies, your life, your world around you, your family, your home, your people, your destiny unfolding, and perhaps your love life, your loved ones, your deepest desires and ambitions to be creative and self-expressive, and saying, you know what, I am just going to go for it. I have no other option. The only thing I can do is to love myself and make decisions to do that. So I'm just going to go for it. I don't exactly know how to remove these chains. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to duck and pull? Am I supposed to ask someone to pull them off me? Am I supposed to melt them off with a salt or, like a flamethrower or something? Whatever it is, it kind of doesn't matter. The whole point is just to go for it. Okay? It's almost like playing some kind of outrageous game without any instructions at all. You just have to go for it. It means epic courage, surrendering to the fates. Let's put it that way. It sounds almost like I'm contradicting tarot illumination kind of principles here, where it sounds like I'm saying, just give away all your power, Aries, and let everything else bombard you and control your life for you. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm suggesting is that you look at this, you understand it, you see it as actual story, you see it as a journey, you see yourself as the great adventurer, as the person who intends to grow and evolve with all your faculties, all the best values and beliefs that you have, and all your courage, because you are very, very, very determined to evolve and grow, and then you just do it. You go. Okay? So you do take charge, even though it sounds like and feels like fate is controlling all of this. Well, yes, in some ways you could say that if you look at all this as fate, because if you just give up and let all this stuff happen and you decide to become a road wreck, a complete, train wreck, and just allow yourself to be bulldozed by this stuff, then it will feel like fate, but mostly an unpleasant fate. So what I'm trying to suggest here is be aware of this, take command, treat it as a very fated, amazing journey, almost like going to an epic amusement park. You get on the rides and you go. And if you get a chance to steer anything and control anything, grab it. If not, just go with the flow. And in so doing, create consequences. To me, it's like opening a gateway, a massive gateway to like a radical improvement in love and how love moves into and through and out of your life. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies, minds, hearts, and souls from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our relationships, our loved ones, our homes and families and lives from up above. And then you kind of go, wow, now I see what you're talking about, tarot illumination. Aha. Okay, so it is a formula, and it involves tremendous humility to be able to surrender yourself to the present, as opposed to being your classic Aries in charge, in front, on top of all of these things, winning, succeeding all the time. Instead, like the energy of surrender can almost feel like defeat, like it's almost like tarot illumination. Are you telling me to just give up? No, there's a big difference between surrender, conscious, deliberate surrender for your own highest good, and giving up like a loser. Okay, please understand that. So what happens if you just kind of just jump into this unconsciously, and you end up being completely tossed around and battered around by the fates, by the planets, and you lose all your ability and courage to make decisions. Okay, there's a tremendous amount at stake here, Aries. To me, it looks like what's at stake here is, like, most importantly, your relationship with yourself, okay? And realizing that your fate, your so-called fate, your so-called destiny is profoundly determined by your decisions about how you love yourself, okay? So what are you doing down here in the Cancerian fourth house to nurture yourself? How are you loving yourself, okay? If you're derelict there, if you've abandoned yourself, if you have chosen to live under bondage of what you thought was a loving situation, or what you think is a life, and you're discovering that things aren't actually that way, this is just like an optical illusion, then you realize how important this is. It's all about your relationship with yourself. Next, so this is what's at stake here, the loss of this. Now, when you're in the zone, as scary as this might be, as epic as this might be in terms of the tumultuous changes that are probably going to happen here with these eclipses, what happens when you do take the risk, when you do jump in and you just literally go for it, and you teach yourself and you learn on the way, and you invest in yourself on the way, like starting a little business, the business of you. What happens is this: you get the chance to become more fully aligned with you than ever before. It's like this is like symbolic of you coming into alignment with yourself, releasing the chains, kaboom, and you get this. Look at that. Freedom, liberty to be you. Now, you still have your own baggage, whatever it is, the unevolved self, but this allows you to be a complete human being. This allows you to relate to others who are evolving, and allows others who are evolving to relate to you in a very, very liberating, free, beautiful, loving manner. A very, very profound, loving relationship type of dynamic, as opposed to something very, very restrictive and limiting. These are highly contradictory energies here, and this is kind of what is in front of you now. Do you want this or do you want that? It's your choice. Okay, let's have a look. Let's set up for the next beat. Okay, now, because with the Three of Swords here, my feeling is because we're facing profound decisions and the eclipses here, some of the choices might be very painful. In other words, what is coming into your life and what is leaving your life. Home and family and things like that, career, destiny, romance, creativity, creative self-expression, and your commitment to the community. What's going on? Remember, with the Aquarius energy up here and this moon, this energy is obsolete and redundant and conflicted right now. Mars is in Aquarius. So the big thing is, let's keep an eye out. We'll talk about this more in August, okay? But for now, let's leave it as it is. Be aware that decisions have consequences, okay? This is not the end of the world, okay, Aries? My feeling is that this is a very stark reminder that your happiness is contingent upon your decisions. What are you going to decide? Are you going to love thyself or love the bondage? Love the suffocation, love the restrictions, love the chains. It's your choice, Aries. Either way, like whatever happens here, whatever is released and let go and eclipsed out of your life might feel very painful to you, especially if you've been so deeply bonded. And what comes into your life could be very beautiful and loving. So, yeah, but if you mess up and you abandon this, then you get this anyway. So, again, profound decisions. What is it you want, Aries? Because you're going to find out. I hope this helps you to live through this eclipse season and come out the other side. And just pay attention to the red warning light on your dashboard and act accordingly. Understand that eclipses can be painful. Okay, it's just part of evolutionary growth. Out of the pain comes the joy. Out of the bad comes the good. Out of the chaos comes the art. Okay. Think of this as a piece of art, a masterpiece. You. Okay? All right. Thank you very much, Aries. All the best. I think you're going to be just fine. It's kind of epic. I just want to adjust those a little bit so it looks more like it's supposed to be. There's you at the core right now. There's the aura, and there's the big aura. So you have a choice. Do you want to keep radiating the aura of this, or do you want to radiate the aura of this? It's up to you. Okay, all the best, Aries. Bye-bye.